So hello everyone, welcome. My name is Anthony if it's your first time to the channel. And today we're going to be going over the blues scale. So we'll be adding one note to the pentatonic scale, the minor pentatonic scale that we've gone over already in 5 parts. If you haven't watched those 5-part series on the minor pentatonic scale, I suggest you go back and go through those patterns, practice them until you know them, because we're going to be adding one more note to those scales. So I won't be going over the entire scale in depth because we've already gone over the rest of the pentatonic scale. What I'm going to do is just go over the one note that is added in and then show you how the pattern sounds. So the pentatonic scale is a 5-note scale, and the blues scale is just adding one note, so this is a 6-note scale. So let's get right into it. We'll start with the first pattern. We're going to start in the F position for the F pentatonic scale, okay? F minor pentatonic scale. The first pattern would be, and we've gone over that already. So where we're going to add the notes in for the blues scale is on the 5th string and the 3rd string. On the 5th string of the first pattern, you usually play 1st finger, 1st fret, 3rd finger, 3rd fret. But we're going to add in the 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, and that's the blues note, okay? So instead of going, we're going to go, okay? It's a great sound, right? And then on the 3rd string, instead of playing 1st fret, 3rd fret, we're going to add the 4th fret with the pinky finger. That would be normal, then, okay? So this is how it would sound if you play through it, adding those 2 notes in. You're going to add in the 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string and the pinky finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. And that's it. The rest of the scale is the same as the first pattern of the minor pentatonic scale that we've gone over already. So, playing through it. And backwards. So that's the whole first pattern. I'll have it up here just so you can see it. You can look at the pattern, pause it, look at the pattern and play through it. But it's just adding these 2 notes that we've gone over. Now let's move on to the second pattern. So for the second pattern, we're going to be adding in on the 6th string. We usually play the 4th fret and the 6th fret. But now we're going to be playing 4th fret, 6th fret, and 7th fret with the pinky. The 5th, 4th strings remain the same. The 3rd string is going to be, instead of playing 3rd fret, 5th fret, we're going to play 3rd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret. On the 2nd string, we stay the same in the second pattern. On the 1st string, we play 4th fret, 6th fret, and we add the 7th fret this time. Okay? And that's it. The 6th string, the 3rd string, and the 1st string. Those are the 3 we add. And I'll play through it slowly for you now. The pattern is here. Backwards. And that's it. Third pattern. So again, we're staying in the F minor pentatonic scale. So we started from 1, the 1st fret in the first pattern, 2nd pattern, now we're moving to the 3rd pattern. Again, these are the same exact thing as the minor pentatonic scale with 1 note added in. In the 3rd position, the 3rd pattern, we're going to be adding in a note on the 6th string and the 1st string, because 6th and 1st string are the same, obviously, right? So 6th and 1st string. And then we'll be adding another note on the 4th string. So on the 6th string and the 1st string, same thing. We usually play the 6th fret and the 8th fret. We're going to add in the 7th fret. So 1, 2, 3. Okay? 6, 7, 8. And same thing on 1st string, 6, 7, 8. On the 4th string, we usually play 6, 8. We're going to add the 9th fret in with the pinky. And this is how it'll go. So pattern 4. On pattern 4, we're going to be adding a note on the 4th string and on the 2nd string. On the 4th string, we usually play the 8th fret and the 10th fret. We'll add the 9th fret in between that. And on the 2nd string, we usually play the 9th fret and the 11th. We'll add the 12th. And so I'll play that for you now. And that's it. So now the 5th and final pattern, then it repeats after that. So you can start over again at the 13th fret, which is the 1st fret, right? So we'll start on the 11th fret. We're going to add a note on the 5th string and on the 2nd string. On the 5th string, we usually play the 11th fret and the 13th fret. We're going to add the 14th fret with the pinky, so. And on the 2nd string, we usually play the 11th fret and the 13th fret, and we're going to add the 12th fret with the middle finger. And then this is how it sounds playing it through. And that's it. Then you come up to the 13th fret and it starts over again. And that's it. So that's the whole blues scale. It's just adding that one note in that repeats itself on a few strings, obviously, throughout the pattern. When the note comes back, the note repeats. So I suggest that you play around with this. So there's a lot of ways, we won't get into it totally now, but if you're in F, there's a lot of ways you don't have to just play the note, you know? So you don't have to go like that. You can bend to the note. Like, so that's where all these other techniques come in. Or sliding to the note. All different stuff. You could do so much stuff with it. But you could also just play the note, but you can also bend to the note. You can slide up to the note. You can do so many things with it. You can play it like in a hammer-on style, but there's unlimited possibilities. I encourage you to play around with it. You could run through the scale just to get used to it, but this blues note is more like an added-in note that you usually don't play every time when you're coming across the scale. You might use it sometimes, might not. When it goes, when it sounds right, play by feel, and you can find so many blues backing tracks. If you just type that in on YouTube and you want to jam with them, just type in F key. So blues backing track in F, you type that in YouTube, and you'll definitely find one, and then you could just start jamming with it. You know, running through this blues scale, playing around with the minor pentatonic scale. And if you don't have all the techniques yet, if you haven't learned pull-offs, hammer-ons, slides, and all of these things, then just stick with the notes. Learning what notes go with which parts of the blues shuffle, okay? And seeing what sounds good over what chords, what notes, and just playing around with it, just feeling, listening to what comes up inside of you, and trying to bring that out onto the guitar, okay? So take your time, enjoy, be creative, don't worry about sticking to anything. If you find notes outside the scale that sound good, do it, you know, go for it, right? So, until next time, if there's anything else you guys want to see on the channel, let me know, and I'll see you next time. So next time we're going to do a pentatonic scale run. So the minor pentatonic scale we've already learned. We're going to learn how to run that 3 notes at a time. So a very basic way to run up and down the scale, so you can get a better finger workout, you can get more familiar with running on the scale, and it's a great way to practice the pentatonic scale to warm up your fingers and also get you used to soloing more, all right? So until next time, take care guys. I'll see you then.